introduce you to the chairperson of the day. Our chairperson today is Miss Anuprita Daga, President, Chief Information Security Officer, Yes Bank. Well, Ms. Anuprita Daga is the President and the Chief Information Security Officer at Yes Bank, one of the leading private commercial bank in India. She is also responsible for information security, cyber security, and privacy of the bank. Prior to joining Yes Bank, she has worked in the capacity of Group CISO and application development with the largest BFSI and consulting companies. That's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Notable is her 10 plus years of information security leader, 20 plus years in BFSI industry at a different capacity. Also, she is a very firm believer that if hackers can control and collaborate, so can defenders also. With that mission in the mind, she has formed a very, very strong and a unique community of 2,000 plus people across India and Middle East in the last 4 years. She is also very passionate by nature of children's safety on the internet. Well, she has worked, recognized by a very multiple forums as one of the top cybersecurity leaders in the industry globally. She has also been a part of Global Top 100 CISO, Top Women Tech Leader, and Top 50 Top 100 CISO list in India and globally. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and welcome Miss Anuprita Daga, President Chief Information Security Officer, Yes Bank, on stage for the opening remarks. Can we have a huge round of applause, everybody?
Thank you. Hello. Yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. Just to tell you that she's generous to introduce me so well. Probably I also didn't know that, okay, this is the introduction. So what presentation matters, right? So, okay, I'm one of you, nothing, you know. I'm sitting here and one day you all are going to come here and do the same job. Only thing is that, okay, what I try to drive is, how do we make a difference and how do we do things differently? So that's the agenda I keep it in mind. Rest, we all are working at our own capacity and trying to make a difference. So good morning, everyone. And thank you so much for joining here. I think it's a very, very innovative agenda which has been carved out by the team. And while I came, I saw some people from the business side. I thought like general, all conferences you have technology team and the CISOs, and then we just talk about the technology. But when I got to know, and some of my colleagues are also here, I felt like here is the combination of business also, and which is really, really good, right? Because we always say that, okay, security shall not be owned by CIO and CTO, CIO and CISO, but security should be owned by business also, because that is where it starts, right? Just coming back to the way the industry is evolving and the whole agenda, and if we see the sponsors, I think a lot of sponsors are coming from the background on automation and all the innovative solutions, right? We have seen pandemic in bank or whole BFSI. So work from home, was that the choice earlier other than consulting guys? How many people before pandemic had officially allowed work from home? Can you raise the hand? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so out of probably 50 people, 4, 5, or maybe some people might not have raised the hand, maybe 10, right? But all 40 people, had you ever thought about work from home? So when pandemic started, like one of my team member who heads the payment security, okay? There was like, okay, I mean, suddenly the lockdown is going to be there, and now we'll have to give access of card information over remote access. He came to me, ma'am, how can we do it? as I say, we have a choice, right? We still continue to say no. But if you think the customer in your mind, there's no accessibility, there is no reachability because branches are closed, call centers are closed because call centers also have pandemic risk, right? So people won't come to call center. Now you have a choice. We say, let customer go to hell and say, you figure out what to do it. Second thing is, take the risk. At least there'll be communication to the customer saying that we are there to help you, right? And in medical situations, people would know. And being in financial industry, we can't say that, you figure out on your own. Nobody is going to keep, obviously, all general people, they're not going to keep cash at home, right? Your one room is full of cash. We are not going to do that. All people are going to believe or rather rely on the banks. So how do we do it? So it's a very, very, innovation doesn't start and stop at technology. Innovation starts at the product level. Innovation starts at a process level. Innovation is definitely, the technology cannot grow without innovation, right? Until unless we have innovation, we will not have so many solutions. And along with the technology, cybersecurity, which is my bread and butter, so I have to cover that. Along with cybersecurity, along with technology, we also need to keep the pace of cybersecurity, right? Otherwise, we are going to be a post facto. And in post facto, we know that because in last 3 months, we have seen a couple of companies who are having, again, it is available in public also. If you have an attack, ransomware attack kind of thing, you have months to recover it, right? So if we do not keep up the innovation, while at the same time balancing the security, balancing the technology evolution, and also provide innovative business solutions to the customer, okay, we are not going to evolve as an economy also, and will be very backward in the innovation, while India is very, very known on the innovation side. Second thing, if you think in the mind, here most of the people are from the old generation, I can say, but there are some people on a new generation. And if you see teenagers now, we had UPI before 2020 also, okay? Paytm was well known. Paytm was known as the innovative company coming with a platform. During pandemic, people stopped using the cash because of possibility of infection. Today, if you see, how many people still carry cash? Can you raise the hand? You might have, some emergency. If your mobile phone switches off, then you need an emergency. And honestly, when I go out with my kid and I forgot to take the cash or purse. Mom, don't worry. I have mobile, right? We have UPI. The rickshaw-wallas, the vegetable vendors, everybody has started using UPI QR code-based payment. When we started this, was there any CISO who said, oh, this is not the risk? Being a CISO, that is what our job is, to reduce the risk or to keep the control on the risk. And that is how we balance, right? That is the beauty of the role that, the business is in the driving stage, technology is also in the driving stage, security is there, and security is always called like a brakes to the vehicle. Okay, fine, I agree that it's a brake to the vehicle. How many people will be comfortable to drive 120 km/h if you don't have a brake in your car? Can you raise hand? Feel free, please. I'm not here, I'm not going to judge you. So these things are very, very important to use those brakes when we need it, right? At the same time, innovation, even whether cybersecurity or technology, and there are some business folks also, we cannot avoid innovation or adoption of, or rather acceptance of new solutions. We can't do that, right? I'll tell you, if you start doing that, nothing is going to happen. Do you think that if you don't accept, things will not go ahead? Things will go ahead. There'll be so many shadow IT which will continue within the organization. And one day, when incident happens, okay, there's a market news, there's a data leak, or there is some incident which is happening. When it happens, who is going to be on the hot seat? CIO and CISO. And then post facto, we will figure out, oh, ye kahan se aaya hai? Yeah, who is this vendor? Okay, who has engaged? And business will not even know what are the kind of controls which are needed, what kind of monitoring which is needed. So, my humble request to all CIOs and CISOs to work together, which is a very, very ideal situation, but we still have to have the collaboration between the teams and be an enabler to the business. Being an enabler is also, business will also have to understand. So I did study a couple of incidents of some public listed companies. And when there was a major cybersecurity incident, between the share market dropped within a day between 5 to 6%. So it is also our responsibility to explain to the business that why cybersecurity is very important as a part of business enablement. And when there is a business enablement, if you have a risky platform, okay, will customer accept that risky platform? Customer will not accept it. So this is also a business enabler. It should be also become a business strategy. Business people should use cybersecurity as one of the differentiator to gain the customer or to gain the whether retail customer or corporate customer. Retail customer is a bit difficult because you have a volume and you have different segments of customers, different literacy of customer. But definitely corporate customer will definitely understand that. But first of all, you need to convince your business person to say, okay, how cybersecurity can be a differentiator in your customer pitch deck. Okay, customer pitch deck, if you don't have a cybersecurity slide, obviously think that, okay, you have a long way to go. Obviously, once the slide comes in, obviously your challenges are going to increase, but at least there is a position and this is good from the organization perspective. Now, coming back to what I talked about, innovation, right? AI, and again, we have cloud adoption, okay? In last 3 years, the cloud adoption, when we didn't have semiconductor chips, we didn't have laptops, desktops, server deliveries were delayed more than 6 months. Business, because there's a physical business has stopped and then we have to go on a digital, it was a huge demand and it was a Diwali for all the cloud service providers. I'm sorry if somebody is there from cloud service provider, but it was a good business opportunity and we all have adopted. Now, when we are adopting that, we'll also have to keep on moving and, seeing that, what kind of controls, what we need to put it on a new technologies also. As perimeter is getting blurred, you'll have so many alerts and your SOC team, your security monitoring team will not have bandwidth to check each and every alert. And because of that huge fatigue of alert, you're going to miss out on the true positive side. So we need to make use of AI. Use of AI should not be restricted only on a business analytics perspective, but use of AI in case of cybersecurity is very, very important now, because out of thousands of alerts, maybe there are 5 to 10 alerts which are true positive. So we are really losing out on the priority of those true positive alerts. At the same time, we are having so much of fatigue that at times, even if you attend that true positive, you feel, oh, okay, this is false positive. So use of artificial intelligence is very, very important. Not in case of SOC, but in case of user behavior also, okay? How many people, most of you might be doing phishing simulation drills, right? How many people are aware about, how to check the phishing mail and do not click on that? And all ransomware attacks has happened because somebody from your user group has clicked on the malicious link, downloaded the ransomware, that ransomware is spread within the environment on the endpoint, and also has a lateral movement to the data center also. Even on user behavior pattern, we need to have a use of artificial intelligence to understand who are my risky users and who are my safe users and who are the gray list, right? And you need to continue to use that. So I'm saying that use of artificial intelligence is going to be very, very critical, and we should really try and use our AI-based tools wherever possible. And obviously, it's a journey. It doesn't happen on the day one. Second thing is, you might say that, okay, if you talk about AI, then why people are really so averse to ChatGPT? How many people receive a call from business saying that, oh my God, this is, or maybe your chief risk officer, okay, ChatGPT has come, what is the risk now? Okay, shall we allow, shall we block? I received many calls. Shall we block it? And I had a very clear answer. ChatGPT is nothing but Google 2.0. We can say that. It's an artificial intelligence based, your search. We can't stop that. What we need to do is we need to have a monitoring and the awareness. Okay, that is what we need to increase it. So these kind of questions with the innovation, these kind of questions are going to come, and obviously we'll have to address them. Second most critical part is the collaboration. This is like one way of collaboration, right? I mean, here we have team of the business folks, technology folks, security folks, and business partner folks, right? So collaboration is very, very important, and couple of examples I'll give. When Ukraine-Russia war started, right? Everybody talks about state-sponsored attacks, and now the discussion is going on, and which may turn out to be a reality after 10 years. The wars will not be a physical wars, the wars will be the digital wars, right? And which we have seen last 5 years. WannaCry. WannaCry was a part of the same thing which was being exploited. The tool was being exploited. Second thing, Russia-Ukraine. A lot of state-sponsored attacks started. India-China. A lot of state-sponsored attacks started, right? So many government agencies, the financial institutes were being targeted. So this is going to continue, and in that, how exactly, we cannot stop it. It is going to continue because this is a new modus of operandi. The more we go digital, the attacks will differ. Now, what is going to be important is the collaboration. Collaboration, internal collaboration, and the external collaboration. Once, we had received one mail, threat mail. Okay, we are going to be attacked. We will be attacking your environment, and the attack will be similar to New Zealand Stock Exchange. Okay, it was a threat mail. From where the mail has come, anyway, you can't figure out because all IP addresses and everything, and because of cloud, now hiding the identity is very, very easy. So what will I do in that case? Nothing was available in the market, or rather media. How that attack on New Zealand Stock Exchange happened? Nothing was available. And whatever will be available, you can't figure out anything out of it. That is what our job is also. And that is where your external collaboration, your external connections help to find out through your friends, oh, what happened? So I made a call to one of my friends who is an exchange. Okay, what happened? Do you have any information? Because one exchange is being attacked, obviously there will be some guideline which will be circulated that might help me to at least cover up, those threats. So internal collaboration, external collaboration is very, very important, and that is how the collaboration should not be restricted within small group. Try and increase the collaboration, meet the partners, build the partnerships with the vendor, find out what your other industry players are doing it, what global industry players are doing it, what other industry players are doing it, and it could be a good learning. We don't have to learn everything on our own, but this collaboration helps us to handle the crisis situation. At the same time, define your roadmap also. So that is also very, very important, and today's conference is, as there are 4 different groups or the profile of people are here, it will really be good if you take this opportunity, find out what other possibility of solutions can be implemented, which you may have, which you can improve, and you may not have, that can be definitely, adopted. So take this opportunity and, try and, do more and more, and use this time throughout a day, use this time to understand, have brainstorm, and there might be common problems, there might not be solution, but collectively we can always find out the solution. So thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for being patient with me to understand. I try to share whatever the experience what we have, whatever the problems what we face, and whatever the ways what we try to solve it. And yeah, that's really good. So I really, and another thing is I think it's a really, really good way of, recognizing the work what is being done through awards. Awards is not only a trophy, but it is a recognition of what you're doing it, and that is like a certificate which definitely you should be presenting within your internal organization also. So I really extend my thanks and gratitude for your presence here today, and officially we really declare, I'm happy that it is my honor to be as a chair for this. And if I can add definitely some value, I'll always be open for that. And so would like to declare that the conference is open and try and utilize this time as much as possible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, team, for calling me here for this.
So much for such an productive and I must say a very insightful information. What an amazing start from you. Let's have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And please give us, it feels an immense pleasure to honor you and to felicitate you. And for doing the honors of felicitating you, I shall request Ms. Hema Rajiv Thakkar, Chief Information Security Officer and SVP CCO, HSBC Asset Management, to please come on stage and felicitate our chairperson for today, Ms. Anuprita Daga, President, Chief Information Security Officer, Yes Bank.